these guys behind me, I can only assume they're from NYU and taking the day off because they're building a snowman in the middle of the fountain.
Alright, so I just got out from the cold and it was very cold. I feel like I kind of lost my voice a little bit from being out in the cold a little long. I'm just glad that I didn't frostbite. Hey guys, it's Meg again, and I am going to be talking to you about what to wear in New York during this awful winter and how to kind of prep for that. If you're visiting or if you're trying to live here, you just need to know these things, and I'm gonna help you with that. So I have these Tommy Hilfiger, like they're just cloth, there's no protection on them. I think they're just meant to look cute and like only for the fall because they are just terrible in this weather. They're really comfortable and they're really easy to wear and lightweight. That's why I wear them. I wasn't really prepared for this snow this year because last winter in New York, it was like 40s the whole winter. It maybe snowed once, so this is a new experience for me. Alright guys, so this snow is just way too pretty not to share, so we're gonna go out in it and I'm gonna show you what it's actually like to walk around in New York during the snow. It's pretty, but it's annoying, especially the aftermath. Alright guys, Washington Square Park, middle of a storm, or snowstorm. I don't know, I took off my second mask so maybe you guys can hear me a little better. But it is absolutely gorgeous out here, and I love it. It's a beautiful winter day. It's cold, it's like 27 degrees or something insane, but here we are. So one of the big things that's really important for a New York winter is to make sure you have a really good coat. You want something that's big and thick and gonna keep you warm. And honestly, I would wear 2 to 3 layers if you're going out in this weather because you're going to walk a lot. You're going to be in the bitter cold. If it's below 30, you wanna wear 3 layers. I know you have to go on the subway and you're gonna get hot, but I would promise you'd rather be warm up on the surface than hot down below, because you can always take off layers while you're in the subway, because we're right off the ocean, so we're an island, so we're getting all those like wind tunnels through the buildings, and the wind here is brutal, which is why I've really enjoyed wearing a mask because it keeps it off my face. The wind last year was just horrendous, and when it's icy wind coming at you, it is awful. It feels horrible. Wear a scarf, make sure you're wearing a scarf. Always have a hat, and honestly a coat with a hood. I would also get a big coat, thick coat with a hood. Yeah, so I already carry around this tote with me anyway, just because you just never know. I always carry extra stuff. You never quite know the elements in New York till you get down in it. Have my hat, as you saw earlier. I do also carry one of these. It's also a girl problem, maybe a guy problem. But when I have my hair in a bun or in a ponytail, hats don't mix. So this is my friend actually made this for me. One of those little head warmers. So very good to have that with you. And of course, your masks when you're out. Of course, make sure you have your gloves as well. So it's gonna get gross on the corners tomorrow, or the corners of the street. Where all the snow's piled up, there's like even a little bit of a dip. It gets slushy and wet, and if you step in it, the wrong boots, your whole foot is soaked. And that's not something fun to deal with. Like right here, for example, dip. Alright, now I'm in Madison Square Park. The Flatirons around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. So like, I know it's here somewhere. Yeah, so I did the thing that I said you shouldn't do, which is step in a puddle. And now my feet are awfully freezing. It's like 27 degrees. So I might end this soon. Also wish that the flat iron looked prettier, but they're doing restoration on it until 2022 now because of the virus, so there's that. I'm going to show you pictures of boots like over here that I've seen that I think are pretty appropriate for this weather and that I need to invest in. It's almost the end of winter. I'll probably just grab a pair for next winter. That's the other thing is, you know, you're going to walk in these, so you got to make sure that you can support that. I have weak ankles, so if I have something that's like too thick and heavy on my feet, it does not feel good. It's also hard for me to go up and down subway stairs, so you got to think about these things too. So make sure they're waterproof. As long as they're waterproof and tall enough that you can step in a puddle about this deep, then they're okay. You're okay with that. Get thick, warm socks, make sure you have that. And then that's another thing is when there's a lot of snow, the snow plows push all the snow like right at these street corners, and so you have to like climb a mountain just to cross the street. It's horrible. These are the bad parts of winter in New York. Very beautiful, but it's also a lot to deal with. Be careful walking into the street just a little bit. If any car is coming by, it's very easy to get splashed, and that is something you don't want to deal with. Again, like some cold, icy, gross water splashing on you. Hand warmers are not a bad idea. If I'm out in the elements and even if I have gloves on, my hands still get cold. I particularly take hand warmers, especially because I'm a photographer and I'm out in these elements. And it's just easier for me to shoot with my actual hands instead of through gloves. So I always do be sure to bring hand warmers with me. They've saved my life. So those are just a few suggestions just to have when you go out in this crazy winter weather. But thank you guys again for watching, of course. I really appreciate the love and support that you've shown on my past few videos. Don't forget to subscribe again, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.